Hello and welcome to CreativemarzCards. I'm Marcia and today we're going to be making 7 different cards with one stamp set. I am going to be using the Everything Eleanor stamp as my base, and other stamps from the Everything Eleanor set don't feature that much. And then I will be using a lot of the Tin of Cards sentiments because they're just really cute. And Everything Eleanor doesn't have any sentiments. So let's get started. Okay, to start off, I'm going to be making this card. And it's very easy to make. So I'll show you how I did it. I started off with a piece of white, Whisper White thick cardstock. And I just stamped the Everything Eleanor stamp with Versamark ink and embossed it with white embossing powder. I then took a normal washi tape and put that on the two ends, and then a thinner washi tape in the middle, and I just kind of eyeballed how far I wanted them to be apart. I'm going to take my little sponge dauber and just start bringing in some color. So this is a very fun one-layer technique to use, so you don't have to layer your different papers. Now I'm going to quickly punch out the corners with my corner punch, trio corner punch, just to give it a bit of something extra. Now I just want to add my sentiment. And of course, my matching candy dots. Which I'll do outside of the video. These are the Subtles candy dots and they fit very nicely with this color combination. So there you have the two cards next to each other. Now I'm going to make this card. Again, very simple. It's white embossing powder, and I'm going to simply take my white gel pen and fill it in a little, and I'll be right back with you once I've done that. Now I've added in some elements with my gel pen. This was really simple. It takes about 5 minutes and you don't have to think very much. You just kind of doodle. If you find that difficult, you can use a stencil. But basically this is the entire card. I stamped sentiment on here and added a few elements after I punched it. I'll stick that on here. Add a few little flowers with some bling. Could even add some bling wherever. And there you have a beautiful, simple card. Now the next card has I'm taking my gorgeous grunge splotches, and this is a very fun, simple technique. Of course, I need to stamp my Everything Eleanor as well. I'll do that in black. Now in the previous one I added a butterfly. I thought for this one it would be fun to have a little owl. I love my owl punch. And of course I'll use my sentiment from my Tin of Cards. Now don't forget to punch or to stamp your envelope like I just did before you put away your ink and everything. Alright, that's already 3 cards. Now the next card is also very simple, and we're using the Everything Eleanor this time as a background. And this is Wisteria Wonder. I chose a light color. You could use like, you know, Blushing Bride or Pool Party perhaps. I'm using the Congrats to You. And the great thing about photopolymer is you can see exactly where it needs to go right away. I'm merely going to stick this on and then add in some silver stars from the Silver Glimmer, the Silver Glimmer paper. And I just punched out the stars and added them in with glue dots. And this is the card. So I'm going to first put away my card base, because I want to stamp on the DSP. Stick those on there. I pre-cut a piece of vellum which says you did it. That's from the Bravo stamp set. I will put that over my DSP with glue dots, and then I also stamped out this other element from the Everything Eleanor with Lost Lagoon. Now the next card is very fun to do. I made a little, I think you called it a gatefold. It was pretty easy to do. I scored my piece of white, which is just a normal size, 14 by 9 by 10.5. I scored it at 5.25 and 5.25. so that you get the perfect gate fold thing. Then I cut these pieces of DSP that fit together as well at 4.8 by 14.4, and they'll fit perfectly on here. I'm first going to stamp them just like I did the previous ones. So I stamped my 2 elements, and then I will fold my card. And I'll add them on there. Okay, this is the base of my card. Now I need to stamp my sentiment, and I think I'll use Happy Birthday this time. And now, great punch, the trio, whatever. I love this punch. When I saw it, I immediately had to have it. And then I simply cut out some, or punched out some butterflies in Blackberry Bliss and Hello Honey, and a smaller one in vellum, and added some pearls, and then I'll add those with glue dots to the page so that you get this fold, and they can kind of fold over there. Alright, now this last card is a beautiful, very simple Christmas card. Let me show you how I did this. I first have a normal piece of Whisper White. I cut the panel out of Whisper White as well, at 9.5 by 13.5. And what I did then is I lined up my card exactly where I want it. Okay. I'm going to grab some post-it notes, and they not only help keep my paper in place, but I don't want any of the embossed elements to come onto that part of the card. And don't worry if there's any discoloration or whatever. Your, what's it called? Your embossing powder is just going to cover that up completely. Alright, so now I have my 2 elements, which I'm going to add embossing powder to. And once I have finished with that, I will get back to you. Okay, I finished putting my panel onto my base. As you can see, it looks very nice. There's just a few more things. I embossed the Merry Christmas, which is from the Teeny Tiny Sentiments, and punched it out. And I'm going to add that with Stampin' Dimensionals. And I also, and I forgot to say that, used the Celebrate Today framelit to cut out this balloon upside down. And then I also used it as the stamp set to emboss this ribbon and then cut it out with the framelits. And I'm just going to add that to the top here somewhere, just like I did here. And there you have a very simple but elegant Christmas card with the Everything Eleanor stamp set. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial and will use your Everything Eleanor stamp set to its full advantage. These are obviously just a few ideas. I wanted some cards that looked very different from each other using the same stamp. But you can also use the other elements of the stamp set without using this stamp. There are loads of good ideas on Pinterest. You can check out my Pinterest board on Everything Eleanor. And please tune in again next time. Goodbye.